Here's to the question or idea whether monogamy is actually natural or unnatural for humans, because there is that little bit of debate there going on. Those that don't really look into it in a scientific point of view, but rather in a religious or romanticized point of view, would argue that monogamy is natural and, in fact, the right thing to do in a conventional household, right? But looking at it from a scientific approach, it is not so black and white, yes and no attitude towards monogamy. It's more of a, well, yes, but no kind of idea. So, looking back to, let's just talk about the whole meaning of life, okay? Meaning of life, again, those that have a romanticized idea, or I guess, like, not scientific approach to it, would suggest that the meaning of life is something religious of the idea of religion, okay? Finding peace within yourself, or helping your fellow brothers, or seeking God and following that path. But honestly, the whole purpose of life, the whole purpose of living is basically to reproduce. You were put here not because someone put you here, but because evolution has brought you here. And so, with the idea that the meaning of life is reproduction, we come into the idea of how have we survived thus far, and what have our ancestors done, and what have species that brought us to our species have done, and basically what was passed down to us, okay? So, because the whole meaning of life is reproduction, what we do to reproduce is essentially donate as much sperm as possible to as many females as possible in the male's perspective. And for females, we're a little bit selective because we are the providers and we only have a limited amount of eggs. So let me just elaborate on that. Females are born with the amount of eggs that they're going to have for the rest of their lives since they're born. So we have about 2 million immature eggs within us since birth, okay? Males, on the other hand, have cheap sperm. They have about 100 million sperm per ejaculation. And you want to know how much they ejaculate? I honestly don't know. I didn't research that, but they ejaculate a lot throughout their lifetime. So that's why you can see when they go ahead and want to donate their sperm, males earn about $1,000 per month, which is a lot, but guess how much females earn? Females earn $8,000 per donation because our eggs are a delicacy, as you can say, and male sperm is cheap. They produce a bunch of it. They create more sperm every day. Females, they get one, I guess, development just when they're born. They're born with it for the rest of their lives, okay? So with that being said, males are more of the sperm spreaders and females are more of the egg protector, okay? So females are selective, males just kind of, in order to reproduce, they try to, in order to make the species not die out, because as animals, as organisms, that is our goal. Our goal is for our species to not die out, to continue living on for many, many years, okay? So with that mentality, obviously this isn't conscious thought, but this is what happens as instinct. Males seek out to deliver their sperm to as many females as possible with the hopes of targeting fertile females that are going to parent or raise their kids well, right? So that's the whole idea where guys are not into the idea of exclusivity and where males are cheaters, and all that idea. Females, on the other hand, I'll get to the part where females are cheaters too, okay? Because obviously we all know that happens too. But looking at statistics and at data and all that, there are more males with children from different mothers than women with kids with different fathers, okay? So there is more cheating going around with the males than there is with the females, but it does happen with females too, okay? But we all also know that females are a lot more selective than guys. It is easier for a girl to get with a guy versus a guy getting with a girl of their choice. Now, why is that, okay? And this comes back to biology. Girls are more selective because they don't have that much eggs, okay? So they don't have that much eggs to just pretty much to be like, yeah, sure, why not? And not only that, not only are they not built for for so many little sperms, but not only that, but they are also nurturing the child. And yeah, you can argue that males are also nurturing if they stick around, but females are essentially the ones that carry the infant. They're the ones that nurture it more than anything. They're the ones that are breastfeeding. They're the ones that put most of their energy into the child, okay? And keep in mind that these children that we're providing for until they are old, okay? It's practically like a third of our lifetime or more. It's way more. I don't know why I said that. It's like a third of their lifetime, okay? That we're providing for them. Maybe I did that wrong, but for a long time. So, with that being said, we come into the whole idea where is monogamous, is the whole exclusivity relationship actually natural, since it is for um for reproduction purposes to basically like go and look for other mates. Is it natural? Okay. And the thing is, what we have been encoded in our genes is this whole feeling of love, okay, which brings us to monogamy, where we fall in love with other organism within of the opposite sex, or I guess same sex, but in this case regarding reproduction with the opposite sex, we fall in love with them. It's encoded in our genes. We can't help it. And the reason why it's encoded in our genes is because as humans, we don't just deliver babies and they're good to go and they can go